Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another... I don't have a word. Hold on. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another groovy episode of Anything But Politics. As always, my name's Jim Altman, and I'm here with...
Christian Rollman. That is a nice word.
We were just talking about this episode's word, because every now and then I'll surprise him with one, but this time I had to look one up right before we started, and you're right, I'm typically on the ball with that, but yeah, I was preoccupied right before we started recording.
Yeah, it happens, man. You know, it's... Yep.
Excellent commentary. It's going to be a good episode.
Yeah, my brain was like, Christian, say something. Christian, say something. And then my mouth is like, Yeah. Whoops.
But let me go ahead and address something for all listeners and watchers. If I'm sounding a little odd today, or YouTube, if I keep making faces, Christian, let me go ahead and key you in as to what I had to go get before.
Please.
Yeah, so...
I'm dying.
Actually, did I include you on my private story on Snapchat? I hope I did.
I saw you posted something. Oh, what was it?
Okay, I did include you. Perfect. Okay, so you've
Yeah, but I don't
seen
remember.
it. So I have genetically bad teeth.
Yes.
It's one of the reasons that in the last month I've had to get 2 pulled. We've talked about this on the show.
Yes, we have.
Last night I was just playing games, enjoying myself. I was eating some like mini Kit Kats, and one of my teeth, which by the way, last time I went and got tooth pulled, which was just like a week or two ago, dentist looked at all other teeth and said, these are fine. This is the last one you have to get pulled. The others are just like fillings and crowns. In terms of extraction, we got what we need here. You're good. I was eating some mini Kit Kats, and I was like, whoa. They started putting something crunchy in Kit Kats. This ain't no wafer. So I fished out the crunchy thing, and it was, in fact, half of one of my back teeth. The whole half of it.
Oh.
Now, what I assume happened here is that the half that came out of my mouth wasn't OG tooth. It wasn't OG tooth. It was like a filling that just came out, because what is left is not a cavity. There's no decay there. There's nothing like that. I mean, it's a cavity in the sense of it's a hole. Yeah. But to me, the vocabulary term cavity, it's like it's in progress. It's still decaying, and it's still a bad thing. When you get a cavity filled, all they do is drill out the decay, leaving an even bigger hole that they then fill with something, a resin, I don't know, that they then harden.
Who knows?
But right before the episode, I went ahead and went down to Walgreens, because they have essentially like, I don't know, I hate it. I've learned that much. It's like a putty used to temporarily fix these things until you can see a dentist.
What?
That you just kind of, you can kind of see it on camera. Yeah. It's the worst, because it really is, it's just like clay, and then you put it in there, and then the moisture of your mouth cures it into a hard tooth-like enamel. But the thing is, while it's doing that curing, it tastes like clay.
Shit.
I can taste clay, and that's the worst thing.
Yummy dirt.
So if I'm sounding like I'm slurring a little bit, it's just because there's something in my mouth. And if I look like I'm making weird faces, or I'm looking into the camera more than usual, it's because I am. So,
I mean, on that note, I'll go ahead and tell the people as well. If I sound at any point weird, or like, what's he doing? It's because
you're
there's
drunk.
No, it's because I had a lot of alcohol before the episode. No, it's because I have something missing from my mouth. I got a tooth. We're always talking about teeth and cars on this podcast.
We've talked about teeth recently, and cars as well.
Yeah, which I don't think that's a bad... Hey! Is it niche or is it niche?
Niche.
That's what I thought, but every adult person is saying niche.
Niche. Really?
Yes! I don't know why, but every time they... On Shark Tank, they would say niche, and I was like, weird. That's weird that they say that. And now I'm hearing niche everywhere I go.
I don't like that.
Me either. I hate it. It sounds dumb, so it's niche. I think teeth in cars is a pretty good niche market. But yeah, I got a tooth pulled, and damn it, does that shit not feel good? I, unlike Jim, hate mouth pain.
Well, I don't
it
like
sucks.
mouth pain. I can just bear it. I have a high tolerance.
Yeah,
Doesn't mean
I don't.
like it. I'm not a masochist.
So this clay is it? It's like literal clay or clay-like substance.
It's a clay-like substance. I don't know what the
okay.
exact term for it is, but
Interesting.
I mean, there was like 5 different packs I could buy.
What?
There were
I
like
didn't know that was
3
real.
different brands, and then there was the long-lasting and the short-lasting one. And I was like, long-lasting, please, because my dentist has a very high wait time.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna call soon, and hopefully I'll be seen by 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now.
Damn.
What?
You gotta wait that long?
Yeah, it's a popular dentist.
Oh, gotcha.
So you know what? There's no shame. I have no shame. I go to the poor person's dentist.
Hey, bro, same.
I don't have dental insurance, so they're like, if you make under a certain amount every year,
Yep.
you can go to this poor person doctor. And a lot of like another piece cracked off. Not a tooth of clay.
Clay, yeah.
Which is fine and expected. But
Yeah.
Students from a local university
Oh, that's
will
dope.
practice, and those students have been some of the I've been to 3 different dentists while I've lived in Tennessee. 2 of them have been practicing their whole lives, and then the last one is this primarily student-led dental facility.
Yeah.
And the career dentists sucked in comparison to the kindness, professionality, and just overall experience that I've had at the poor person's doctor.
Yeah, we talked about it. Sorry, we
yeah.
talked about it before. They have a lot riding on it, you know.
Yes, they have a lot riding on it. So
They can't fail.
I go to the poor person's doctor,
Yeah.
and because of this, a lot of people also go to this dentist.
Right.
So they're oftentimes booked. So I'm just gonna have to wait, I guess. But in terms of the tooth itself, there's no pain in terms of sugar. It's not like a cavity where if you like drink a soda, it stings. It was the reason I went ahead and did it. I could have gone without it. I'll just chew on the other side of my mouth.
Sure.
But the reason I went ahead and did it is because temperature sensitivity through the fucking roof.
Really, it's like cold shit.
Yeah. I would drink a soda, and it wasn't the sugar that got me. It was the temperature, because I like ice cold drinks.
Yeah.
Dude, it shocks me every time. Like a whole shiver down my spine every time I take a sip. So I've had room temperature water today. And hopefully when this cures, I'll be good to go ahead and drink whatever.
Nice. That's rough, dude. Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. When I chipped my tooth, I had a similar scenario in which I was eating a sandwich, and it was a particularly burnt part of the sandwich. It was from Domino's, so it goes through the oven. And the edges get burnt. And I bit into it, and I was like, damn, that was really, 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 really hard. It's usually not that hard. And then I was like, oh, what the hell? And because I was trying to pick something out of my tooth.
Yeah.
And there was a big ass hole. And I was like, cool, I guess I swallowed part of my tooth because I thought it was part of the sandwich.
Dead ass. When I was in college, I chipped my tooth on a panini.
Oh.
It wasn't even a burnt panini. It was just a good one.
Just a panini.
It was a good panini, though.
So good,
but I
it'll knock
chipped
your
my
teeth
tooth
out.
on it. I've also chipped my tooth on a Twizzler.
Oh.
When I say genetically bad teeth,
Yeah,
I mean genetically bad teeth. I don't just mean like, oh, I brushed them and they're still yellow.
Yeah.
I mean like, I hope I don't cough too hard one day.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. You bite into a marshmallow, you take the marshmallow out, and there's half your tooth in there.
Yes.
That's rough.
It's what it feels like.
Yeah. That's tough, man. Yeah,
I
it's
just
not like
want
apples.
everyone to know that I've called it. I've went ahead and called it. Agony. This episode will be agony for me because I'm just gonna taste it the entire time.
Oh, dude,
This is an awful experience.
Are you sure we can? Are you sure we can do this?
No. We could do the show.
Okay, okay.
I'm fine with that.
Because I took 2 days off. I took 2 days off this week. I was like, I can't
we are
talk.
recording late. Let's go ahead and mention it. We're recording like 2 days later than usual.
Yeah, because Tuesday.
And I have a busy weekend. I couldn't do it this weekend. I got a busy weekend.
That's fair. Yeah, because
I'm grinding on that grind.
Hopefully not your teeth, but cha.
Mm-mm.
Grinding what?
I've got a job live streaming. For those of you that don't know, which will be all of you because I've never mentioned it. I'm part of a production company. Like there's an actual production,
that's right,
movie production studio that I'm part of.
Yep.
And I am not only like the social media guy, but I guess it's turned into primarily I'm the streaming guy. I'm the guy that knows how to use OBS to set up the scenes, to just run a stream smoothly. I understand the hardware needed, the best Wi-Fi connection, where to put the computer. I understand these things. So I've become the stream guy. And with COVID, a lot of schooling events have recently been streamed. And the school doesn't know how to do this shit, so they reach out. And I've done live streams for schools through this production company. It's me and like 3 other people on the team and the owner of the company that we all go. And I recently did like a class night. But tomorrow I'll be doing an actual graduation. I'll be live streaming a graduation.
Ooh.
So that parents can watch.
That's awesome.
Or extended family.
Yeah, if Jimmy Fallon's team can't learn how to live stream, I highly doubt like your local school is going to be able to know how to live stream.
My God, I hated that, and we talked about that on a couple episodes.
We did, yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, that's
Saturday,
really cool though.
Yeah, Saturday I'm doing some limo driving.
Shit, Jim's moving up in the world, folks.
I've got a wedding and I've got a prom that I'm doing on Saturday.
Wow. You know how to drive a limo?
Yes.
Is it any different than driving a real car?
Yes.
How different? Is it easier or harder to drive a bus?
It's not that different.
Okay.
Just because like how many like types of cars have you driven?
Types of cars have I driven? Like different cars, or what do you mean by types of cars?
I mean like makes, models.
Oh, I've driven maybe five different cars.
What's the oldest car you've ever driven?
The oldest car would have been I don't know. Leah's car might be older than. It's either my family's Impala, which is I believe 2008, which isn't that old,
I said not that old.
No, not that old at all. Or it was, or it's Leah's car, which might be like a 2005, but definitely nothing prior. Nothing
car
before
you've
2000.
driven's like a 2005?
I don't drive a whole lot of cars.
I guess I drive a lot of cars.
Yeah, you drive a lot of cars?
And my dad's a car guy. So
that would make sense.
Yeah, like he had was it like a 1997 Isuzu, which Isuzu doesn't really even do like, what is it, commercial cars?
Mm-hmm.
Is commercial for consumers or is commercial for businesses?
I thought Isuzu was a backpack. What am I thinking of?
They might also have backpacks, but now Isuzu I think is still in business producing like cars for like industries, like moving cars. But they used to do like normal like people cars, and my dad had a truck. Anywho, I all this to say that he currently drives a 1995 Chevy Caprice, which
looking it up right now
is like a boat. Like it's wide, and it's just like it's a tank. This old car. You start a lot slower. Like you can't accelerate as fast. You have to start slower and move into your speed. You have to stop. You have to stop at a greater distance because it takes a while to get there.
Damn.
And you have to do these slow turns. It really is like driving a boat.
This is the car that you see old people going to church in. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
This is the I'm 70 and I'm driving to church today car.
Yes.
Sorry, that's just what I immediately see. Sorry, go ahead.
It's essentially it's that on steroids. It's just the turning is a little longer.
Yeah.
Because you have a longer vehicle. I mean, you're working with a vehicle like 2 to 3 times the length of a normal car, so it's everything you normally do, just a little bit slower.
Interesting. Okay. So limo's kind of like that?
Yeah, and it's a good time. I enjoyed it. I've done this once before for a friend, and then I'm doing it twice again tomorrow.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Have you ever driven a bus?
I've not.
Have you ever driven a large van?
I mean, define large van.
Like a large
as
van.
As opposed to van.
Sorry. 4 rows of seats.
No.
No, 3 rows of seats.
Yes.
Sick.
That was my first car.
What?
My first car was like a minivan. It was like my grandma's.
No way.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
She died, so she wasn't going to use it anymore.
Well, yeah.
So I used it.
That's true.
Well, my sister used it, and then she got like a good car, so.
Hey, I'm sure it was a great car. I'm sure that van was a great car.
I miss it every day.
Yeah?
I miss it. You can fit a full-size mattress in the back of it.
I was about to say, it would be honestly pretty dope to drive a van like that.
Yeah.
I would love that. Yeah.
I went faster in that van than I have in my Monte Carlo. Not because I couldn't, but because like I just haven't driven recklessly in a very long time. There you go. If I can spit my words out.
That's okay.
I used to be a lot more reckless when I drove. So I topped 100. Like I almost did 110 in that van. This Monte Carlo, like I've never tried to go fast for the sake of going fast, but that's something I used to do.
Speaking of the Monte Carlo, Seth put a little edit in the video saying that the Monte Carlo was not a cool car. The Monte Carlo is a cool car, damn it. Jim, do you think your car is cool?
I think the Monte Carlo is a cool car. I don't think my car is cool.
Why?
It's different colors and
gives character.
Not in a good way.
Okay.
it's like I don't know, it's like a cheap in a bad way.
Gotcha.
But it's a fine car.
Yeah.
If it got a paint job, it'd be a cool car.
That's fair. I'll take that. Do you want to go ahead and roll the tape?
Yeah, we just completely.
Yeah, I just thought about that.
Just about now, we're gonna go ahead and just say, hey, welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back, my lovely people.
Hello, everybody. This is Jim and Christian,
and you're listening to Anything But Politics.
Fuck yeah! And welcome back, everybody. Another thing I didn't address for our YouTube viewers. There's a happy birthday in the background. Mimi's birthday was on the 8th.
Happy birthday, Mimi!
Happy birthday, Mimi! And that's hers, so.
Nice. Good stuff. How old is she? 22?
22.
Damn.
Right?
That's pretty cool. Jim, I didn't know you were into older women. Okay.
So.
Fuck
do we talk about today, man?
Yeah, you know what?
What?
I don't know.
Hey, that's all right.
I have
one
no
thing I'll
idea.
mention, I won't mention exactly who it is, but I've lined up like another TikTok and I told you this. We went over this earlier today.
Yes.
I keep kicking my desk. We went over earlier today that I got a hold of another TikToker who's interested in being on the show. That makes 2. I've just got to work out scheduling because for Nate, a lot of things happened with him and his channel just about the same time I invited him. And that's led to the delay there. So I just wanted him to get comfy with that. And then now I'm more than ready to have him on. And then same for this other guy. Did you get a chance to look him up?
I did. I wasn't able to look at any of his videos yet just because I was with family. But I did see. Boy's got a following. And he's verified.
Yeah. He's really talented. I followed him for a really long time. And I think he'd just be fun to have on the show. So I reached out and he said, hell yeah. And we're working out some scheduling now. But I think that's going to be really fun. And I think just for all you guys at home to keep you in on things, we'd like to have more guests. We'd like to open the conversation to more people.
Yeah, I think that's what makes this show really interesting is getting multiple perspectives to really
Yes.
fill out the show. I like our banter and I like our conversations, but it's nice to get a third guy or girl coming in here and just spitting what they got, you know? It's nice to hear that third perspective of somebody you've never heard before. And if it gives some exposure to some people who honestly are talented enough and talented enough and need that exposure. So
Exactly. Yeah. So I do think that the more people we have on, the higher the energy is going to be. Like some of our most popular episodes include, of course, Sub Radio.
Woo!
And they were fantastic. We loved them and we'd love to have them again sometime.
Yeah, they were great.
Episode 10, Birds Aren't Real with
Birds
Leah.
Aren't Real. Yeah.
That was an immensely popular episode. Still is.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And it was so much fun.
I have people who are either really behind or just really haven't started yet, and that's
sure.
about where they start. Because we're on episode, 28? So
28, baby.
That's a not daunting number. They don't want to start all the way at 1, and they don't want to start the most recent episode. So they'll, start there, and they'll message me now and just be like, hey, man, this is great. I'm listening to episode 10.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone who I've heard just loved the shit out of it, and we'd love to have Leah back on.
Oh, we'd love to have Leah back on.
Yeah, it was fun.
So for sure, we'd love to have more people, and just a little insight into how things are going. Things are going quite well. I have 2 people lined up. You might have one next week. You might not. We'll see. I'll let y'all know the schedule as soon as I know it.
Yeah, and then we do have a couple other people I know that need to get on. Our very good friend Tyler will be coming on to discuss the bane of my existence, and then my father, who is listening right now. He's listening. Hey, Dad. He's a character, so I'd love to have him
he's
on.
Listening to the show.
He's in my room. No, he's in my room.
I fucking thought that's what you meant.
No, he's not in my room. He will be. He will be when he.
That's the thing is, I thought that's what you meant. Like he was literally like at the door frame, just staring at you.
No, he will be listening to this episode, so he's in the future right now, hearing what I am saying. And I'd love to have him on. He's got some really interesting things he wants to talk about, and he's a funny enough guy, and I think he'll bring some.
He's
good
funny
energy.
enough. He'll pass the bar.
I think so.
He's funny enough to crack some jokes, but still not funny enough to where like he's not funnier than us.
Yeah, exactly. With that perfect medium of like he's not going to show us up, but he's going to make it a good time.
We will never invite anyone on this show who will outstage us.
Absolutely not. No way. We say that, but honestly, I think every guest that we've had on so far
every
has done
guest
so.
we've ever had has taken all of the stage just because I don't know, man. I do think Leah was the best part of the Birds Aren't Real episode. I definitely think that Sub Radio, they were fantastic, and each and every single one of them have just amazing banter.
Yes.
That really stole the show there. So, and I love that. That's an amazing thing.
Yeah, and I'll say something about Sub Radio super quick, is that because, our other guests have been like people we know and stuff, and Sub Radio, like, they did not have to say yes, and this goes the same for the 2 guests that we will be having on. Like, none of them had to say yes, and the fact that they did, and then Sub Radio got on and didn't treat it like it was, like they're above us, and that they are, have made it so much further in their careers, and they didn't come on and be super, what's the word I'm trying to come up with?
Pretentious.
Yeah, super pretentious and feeling like they're above this and that they are doing us a favor. They came on and had a really fun conversation and really enjoyed the moment. And I think that's what made it really, really fun for everybody, and hopefully really fun for the audience as well, is that, they treated it like it was just a fun conversation.
That's honestly what I want out of the show at the end of the day, because I don't want it to be interview style. I assure you, every guest with a following of any size that we have on the show have done interviews before. There are probably hours of footage of them on TikTok, YouTube, somewhere. If you want to hear about their childhood, you can go listen to it. I'm sure it exists out there somewhere. We don't want to ask the same questions a million people have. We don't want to turn into a late night show. We want to literally just have a discussion, either about the thing that they're popular for. So, for example, on TikTok, Nate is the Handpan guy. He's the CEO of Handpan. When he gets on the show, I'd hate to just have an hour-long discussion about that, because you can be passionate to an extent, but I mean, want the show to be an opportunity for these people to escape what they're trapped in. Yeah. So if he posts, one handpan video every single day on his TikTok, I don't want to get on here and be like, so what's your favorite brand of handpan? I want to be like, hey man, what's your favorite sport?
Yeah.
What was the last hard drug you did?
Yeah, something super off the wall that they don't ever get to answer. And like, some people have those questions that like, God, I just wish somebody would ask me about blank so I could just talk about it for God knows how long.
I've thought about seasons before.
Yeah, me too. It's an idea.
Should we talk about this on the show?
Why not, man?
Just to see we can see what people think about it. Hey, guys.
But yeah, go for it. What do you think about seasons?
I don't know. I've thought about it just because I think, I'm a big believer in like anything in moderation, and that, if you get to a point where, okay, luckily I'll go ahead and knock on wood here. I've never recorded an episode of this show because we had to.
100%.
I've always enjoyed sitting down to chat shit with you for an hour on a topic we either had planned or going in blind or having 100%. A guest or not. I've always enjoyed it. It's always been good.
Yeah.
That being said, I never want to get to a point where that feeling is gone and that I'm sitting down because, we have a podcast and we have to have an episode next week.
Right.
I'd hate that. I would hate that. So I guess it's just preventative effort to avoid that feeling, because I think that, a week is good ample time to rest from the last recording and to get back together. I don't think we could ever do a daily show.
Impossible.
Our lives are just not fit for it.
No.
And that's okay. I think a weekly format is pushing it. But no. We have enough to talk about. We always fill our episodes. I don't think we've ever stumbled into an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes.
No.
We always have at least something to say, no matter how stupid, no matter how loud.
Yeah.
So we've had rants about possums and Colonel Sanders. So
cars and teeth.
Cars and teeth. So that's our niche. So essentially, I think that a season would allow us to take half a month break. That's a 2-episode break and just come back fresh.
Yeah.
And I don't know how often we do this. How long is a season? I mean, right now we're in quote unquote season 1. We're on episode 28.
Yeah. That's
so
like I have.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. I have another. It just came up. I have another friend who does a podcast. We've talked about them on the show. The Cosmic Coffee Shop.
Cosmic Coffee Shop. Yeah.
Yeah. So they are 2 college students who have an insane workload because they also do theater, and theater has been, when theater went out, they were like, we need to fill our time. Let's do a podcast. Well, they did it, and it was very successful. And then they had to keep doing it because it was very successful. And they got burnt out because they did it every week. And then theater hit, and he's in a movie, and like shit happened. And they weren't able to do it for a while. And they were like, let's just call that season 1. And we come back with season 2. Yeah. So
maybe we just write it out and wait until either 1, we understand that we need a break, or 2, some huge thing happens in our lives that causes a lot of episodes to be missed.
Absolutely.
I like that. I like riding the wave and seeing where it takes us.
Yeah, man, we'll see what happens. I'll be real. Whenever we hit Monday, probably whenever we hit Sunday, I'm like, hey, I want to do another episode. Like, I'm feeling ready to do another episode. That happens every week. It. Yeah, every week. I'm it feels like forever. I want to do that. So I feel like I'd miss that. But I don't know. It's definitely something to think about. And, who knows? Something may happen and we go, hey, let's take a bit of a break, cap out season 1, and start season 2 strong. Yeah, there's another podcast I listened to that they did so many, they had to do a bunch of episodes remotely, which is how, of course, me and Jim do it every week. But they used to do a studio. They were in a studio they did the podcast for 2 years, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's remote. And I'm not going to lie, it was hard to listen to those episodes just because it's different. The vibe is off. The chemistry isn't there. They can't see each other's faces. Like, it doesn't work well. Because that's not what they were used to. Me too.
Because we are used to it. That's the only way we've ever done it.
Yeah.
And if you go back and listen to episodes 1 through 3, maybe even 1 through 4. That's our first month of recording almost. It definitely is a little bit more awkward because when one of us tells a joke, I think both of us have the same kind of laugh structure where it starts outside. We lean back, throw our heads up. It starts out silent and then comes to a cackle or a clap.
Yeah.
One of the two. And because you don't hear any sound in those first couple of moments, you ponder, did the joke land? And you kind of lose your confidence. We're constantly stumbling over our own energy to keep the energy up.
Yeah.
We're constantly like, oh, did I drop the ball? And it's like, no, conversation's still good. And it creates these spikes and these waves that are really just uncomfy when you want a flat line up, like an angled line up, straight to the moon. And honestly, I cannot wait to do like some in-person stuff because we've gotten used to it. I'd like to think we've gotten used to remote stuff, and we just assume the joke landed at this point.
Yeah, it's just how we do it.
Energy's gotten much better. But to be in person and just get that physicality of it. Yeah.
I can look over and see if you're laughing. You can look over and see if I'm enjoying what you're saying. Like, all of that will finally come together, and it'll be, I don't know, I think it'll be great.
Oh, it'll be fantastic. I'm so ready.
I'm planning a trip right now. It'll be this summer.
Yeah. CDC just said fully vaccinated people don't need masks. Bless you. Bless you.
Hold on. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, I choked. I forgot you're not supposed to eat the can. Anyway, so what did you say about the CDC?
They just said that fully vaccinated people don't need masks anywhere.
Oh, sick. Gnarly, dude. That's awesome. Yeah. This summer would be great. Prime time, baby. Yeah, so y'all will be getting a little bit of in-person content coming your way soon, relatively soon.
Yes.
Yeah, hell yeah. And yeah, keep your eye out for new stuff on the way. That was neat. Yeah, we explored the space. How do we feel about halfway mark?
I'd love to do an ad read if that's what you're asking.
Let's do an ad read, my friend.
Let's go to the money corner.
Money corner.
Hey, YouTube.
Hey, YouTube.
How y'all doing today?
I forgot you were there.
You should have said something.
Darn, I've gotten naked.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Now me naked is on YouTube. Fuck.
Y'all should say something next time.
Yeah,
in
please,
the comments.
don't just sit and watch there.
In fact, right now, say something say what's up in the comments.
What's good, Ute?
What?
That's short for YouTube. That's short.
Oh, I hated that. That reminded me of what is it? Chunny?
Chunny, yeah, my nickname, Chunny.
That's what that fucking reminded me of. Don't you dare call them Ute ever again.
Ute. What's up, Ute?
What's up, Ute? Personally, me and my wife are looking for a camera accessory.
Fucking thing
It's not the tiniest.
to find in a room.
Yeah, it really is a needle in a haystack. Mimi and I are very much maximalists. You ever hear of minimalism?
Yeah.
We do maximalism. We have so much shit. And
yeah, I do the same.
But like it's a better word than hoarder. So
No, I'm going to fully admit to being a hoarder because I'm about to show something to this camera, to YouTube, that is ridiculous. Why do I still have this? Hold on.
Okay.
It's on my knick-knack shelf.
Nice.
I say knick-knack shelf. It's 5 shelves. YouTube, Ute, if you will. You are currently looking at a can of whole kernel corn that expired in 2017.
No!
Now, why do I have this corn, you may ask? So
Why?
at my graduation, we have a family friend who came to the graduation, of course, and her graduation present to me was this can of corn.
That's
as a
okay.
joke. Yeah, as a joke.
Okay,
She got me something else too,
okay.
but this expired in her pantry and she just brought it anyway as a gift, which I thought was very funny.
I agree.
And I still have it. Why do I still have it? Dude, I'm afraid. I mean, obviously I'll never open it, but I'm afraid to know what is in this can of corn. It's probably not even corn anymore. It has been expired for 4 years. And corn lasts a while. So this is old fucking corn. Who knows when this... Sorry, canned corn lasts a while. So who knows when this was actually made? Is there a way to tell, actually?
I don't think so. Maybe there's kind of a reverse procedure you can do with the Best By date, where it's like, it gets canned 1 year before its Best By date. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like it's a year and a half. It actually says 3/13/16. So it's 5-year-old corn.
I hate that.
I hate it too, and I don't know why I have it. I have so much shit on those shelves that I'm gonna have to get rid of most of it before I move out. But yeah, so that I figured I am a hoarder, and I will fully admit to being a hoarder. Anyway,
the thing is, that is hoarding. The majority of the shit that Mimi and I have, like, isn't shit for the sake of being shit. Like, it's all
right.
Like, she cosplays, so a bunch of it is clothes.
Yep.
Everything has a use.
Yeah. It's stuff that you say, hey, I might use this one day, so it's better to have it than to get rid of it. So I don't think that's hoarding. I think that's investment and keeping your eye on the future.
Yeah. Like, I'm putting on this arm brace that was within my reach. Have Mimi and I hurt our arms recently? No. But we've got this brace.
Yep.
In case we do.
There you go. See, like that I think is smart. Keeping a can of corn for 5 years is not smart. It's really a problem. I need to get rid of it. I need to get rid of this crutch. Not crutch. This, what's the word?
Vice?
This vice, yes, of hoarding. It's very bad. I have like 12 Altoid cans. Why do I have 12 Altoid cans? I don't need them. What are they for?
This is something that YouTube would recognize that I have on my desk.
What is it?
What's it sound like?
Something you have on your desk that YouTube would recognize? Do you have mochi?
I do not. Wait, do you hear that?
No, what is that?
You don't hear that?
No, what are you doing? What the fuck is that?
I'm dramatically shaking this item next to the microphone.
It sounds wet and clumpy.
Is. It's a liquid.
What? Is it also clumpy?
Not really. I was just shaking it really fast.
Oh, okay. It's wet. Sorry, it's liquid. In a can?
In a plastic lime.
YouTube would recognize that, yeah. What you making?
From our St. Patrick's Day episode, this is the same lime juice.
Wow, damn, son.
I don't use it.
Yeah, of course not. Why would you? It's lime juice.
It just hasn't moved.
But you might.
I like it. It's a nice little lime I've got there.
Aw, how cute. Well, I'd say that's good for YouTube count.
Yeah.
Sounded like I just called you a cunt, and I'm sorry.
It's okay. I have a British wife. I can call her cunt every day. Bye, YouTube. We love you. We really do.
We do love you. We do love you.
You should look up Jennifer Love Hewitt on Wikipedia.
All right.
What?
I'm there. Where do I need to go?
Awesome. You know J Love.
Of course I do. Bitch.
Been in the Garfield movies. Fucking unforgettable.
Yes, she's wonderful.
She's wonderful, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Third paragraph, it talks about her music career.
Okay.
Do you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see after her debut album Love Songs was released at age 12 exclusively in Japan?
Oh, interesting.
Click Love Songs for me.
Okay, Love Songs, Jennifer Love Hewitt album.
Do you see that album cover art?
I do.
That's That's 12-year-old J-Love. Scroll down to personnel.
This is wonderful.
And these are the people that are on the album.
Oh, over here. Oh my God. That's so many.
Yeah.
What am I looking for?
Just look.
What? What? That's not real. You were born. No, is that your dad?
No, that's me.
It's not you. It's 1992.
No, it's me. Dad doesn't go by Jim, nor does he play the instrument I play, the baritone ukulele. I'm just saying, I edited this Wikipedia page in college, and it hasn't been corrected.
Bro, I'm crying.
You were just on Wikipedia, and that's a funny Wikipedia thing I know.
I am crying.
Is that I am listed under the personnel section of Jennifer Love Hewitt's Japan exclusive album, Love Songs.
Bro, that's literally so funny.
Bro, just find a fucking obscure Wikipedia page, edit yourself into it, and just reap the rewards. What's really funny is because I only chose this one because a professor at my college said, anyone can edit Wikipedia. Look, this is something I did last semester. And it would say, like, Benjamin Franklin on violin.
That's hilarious.
But the thing is, there's probably an automated system that takes recognized names like that and immediately cuts the edit.
Yeah.
Because none of their edits are still here. There's no other joke names, which makes this even better.
That's so funny.
Because my name isn't recognized, it's entirely plausible that I might be a baritone ukulele player.
So
on
I just
on the cell.
I just edited it.
Wait, the Love Hewitt album or something else?
I did the Love Hewitt album because I didn't want to like go searching for one. I could take it down because I don't want to.
That's the best.
I don't want to steal your thunder.
No, you Coffee Spice Jonathan on the trumpet. I've got to just screenshot this in case anything happens.
Well, what I'm hoping is that it doesn't get flagged and then they like check it and then take your name out. That's what I'm hoping doesn't happen.
No, because like my edit was made in 2018. So I don't feel like they'd be like, wait a minute.
That's true. Yeah, I knew you could do that, but I never thought that like you could just go to one that literally will never ever get checked.
That's the thing.
And just put whatever the fuck you want to do. That's hysterical. Oh man. All right, let's get back into the episode. That's so fucking funny though.
Okay. And hey, we'll check next week if it's still there, YouTube.
Hell yeah. We'll keep you updated.
But bye, we love you.
Woo! Peace out, YouTube. Ute.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back from that lovely ad break. I am currently chewing on a piece of pizza because I've not eaten dinner.
Ah.
Yeah.
Damn. I before we got on, I had tuna fish sandwiches, but instead of bread, I used hamburger buns.
Which is bread.
It is bread. All my hamburgers went bad, so I was like, cool, I've got hamburger buns, and they're gonna go bad if I don't use them, so tuna, I guess. Because that's pretty much what I had that could be put on bread and still be, a good food.
Facts.
Yep.
Now, you said you had a story you wanted to end on.
I did have a story I wanted to end on, but first, I want to do this super quick because I found this, and I want to hear your answers.
Okay, after that, I also have a thing.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's gonna go you, me, and then you to finish it off.
Cool. Sounds good, my friend. So right now, I am on the Smart Backyard. 100 plus best would you rather questions.
We haven't gone to the tabs in fucking
ages, man. And I figure, you know what? We bring it back because me and my sisters went to the beach and we played Would You Rather and found some hilarious shit. So I figured, why not give it a shot? So I found this one, and this is just like, this is number 2. You start off with a regular, question, and then this is immediately number 2. Would you rather be pranked about your spouse dying or cheating on you?
God damn.
Right? We went from 0 to 100 so fucking fast. That's so insane.
Probably cheating on me.
Really?
Yeah, because either way it's a prank, right? So,
yes, it's a prank.
It doesn't really matter in the long term. So in the short term, you've got to think about what's more traumatic to hear.
Right.
And I think nothing really tops death.
I agree.
So, yeah, that's the only other alternative. And to be honest, if she said it in real life, I'd be like, I get it. I understand. If I was married to me, you know.
Oh, damn,
but, yeah,
no.
probably the second one.
Yeah, I mean, like, I would probably have to agree. First off, Smart Backyard, great prank. Excellent prank. Highly recommend people doing this prank. I think it will end really, really well.
Every time.
Yeah, people really love it.
Especially if the relationship hasn't been going that long. Or, like, just long enough to where it's starting to get serious. But, like, because you're about to enter that new stage, things are kind of also on the rocks. It's a make or break moment.
Yeah.
Save this for the make or break moments. Because you know what this prank is going to do? It's going to fucking make or break the relationship.
Exactly. You know your significant other is, like, in. They are 100%. If you pretend to die... and then you're like, just kidding. And they're like, oh, come on. Oh, you really got me. Like, if that's how they react, and I don't know, maybe that means they're not normal.
100% keeper there.
Maybe it means, I don't know, maybe that means that they didn't really care about you to begin with.
I don't know. Oh, okay. You could be right. I might be flipping the script.
Like, you die, or you pretend to die, and they're like, phew, now I can, now I don't have to tell him that
someone else.
Now I don't have to tell him that I cheated on him.
And then they're like, oh, it's a real Romeo and Juliet situation because, like, now the spouse gets up and they're like, what the fuck, you cheated on me? And it's like, no, you just got pranked.
I read the same article, bitch.
Same article, bitch. And that's when you know you're soulmates.
Exactly. Oh, this one is actually, I'm, like, genuinely curious. Would you rather have, like, really bad kids that you need to, like, constantly reprimand, or would you rather have, like, really fucking boring kids who just are never interested in anything, or, like, you know what I mean?
I'd say bad kids.
Bad kids.
'Cause, like, constantly pushing boundaries and breaking established rules, even the reprimanding part of that is, like, part of an interesting dynamic in relationship.
Agreed.
And honestly, it's what I look forward to in parenting almost the most, is how I'm going to handle those situations.
Yeah.
Like, how I'm going to do it similar to the way that my parents did, and how I'm going to differ it from the way that my parents did things. And honestly, if your kid isn't kind of pushing the envelope a little bit, then I don't know what's up. You got a weird kid.
That's kind of like what kids do. It's like their thing.
Having a kid that, like, followed every rule and just, but in exchange wasn't into much. I don't know, man. I'd be really bored by that as a parent.
I'd be bored.
I would have lost out on the, I don't know, parent experience, and they're losing out on the, I don't know, life experience.
Yeah.
If you're not doing anything.
I completely agree. Also, if you have a kid who, like, always obeys the rules, I'd be afraid that he's going to kill me.
Yeah.
That is honestly really frightening. Just a kid who's just like, okay, sure, I'll do whatever you want. Like, I'll do anything you ask me. It's like, I feel like I'm gonna pay for this. Like, what the fuck?
I don't like that.
I don't like that. Yeah, that's that is honestly how serial killers happen. They're the best kids.
Yeah.
That's what you always hear whenever you watch a documentary on a serial killer. The person's always like, I don't understand. They were just such a great kid.
They were lovely.
Yeah, they were lovely until they were like 16, and then they started killing squirrels for fun. Like, it just happens, it feels like.
It started with the birds.
Yeah, and then it just never stops. I feel like that's always the story. So if you have a great kid,
You know.
he's going to end up killing people.
He killed a fox with his bare hands and then skinned it in front of me. But to be fair, though, it made a lovely scarf for Mother's Day. So he did it out of love.
Oh, my God. That's good. And then last one. This one I don't understand.
Okay.
It says, maybe I'm really dumb and I'm not understanding the phrasing, but it says, would you rather move into your husband's home or go to your wife's home?
Move into or go to?
Move into...
I don't like that those are different words.
Yeah, move into your husband's home or go to your wife's home.
childhood
I
home?
don't know. I don't know what that means.
Like, we live in the same home.
But also, I don't have a husband and a wife. Would you rather move into your... Oh, I understand it now. I get it now.
Tell me about it.
I get it now. I was reading it as in either my husband's home or my wife's home. I understand what it's saying now. Yeah, when you said childhood home, they're not their physical,
there.
not their physical home. Their old home, or I guess their parents' home. I guess that's probably what it's saying, is their parents' home. Would you rather move into... But yeah, I don't understand the difference between move in or go to. Like, why are those different?
Yeah. I liked my childhood home. My dad built it.
Yeah. Your dad built your home?
Yeah, he had a construction company. They actually a weird bit of trivia. They built, you know John Travolta?
I do know John Travolta.
They built him. He's a robot, and they built him. He's a pilot. He does fly his own planes.
Travolta?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just so that he could work on a movie set in one place and then fly home to Florida and actually be with his family instead of having to spend forever away from them every time he did a film.
Interesting. Do you want to hear a tiny little bit thing about John Travolta? It's why I was like, yes, John Travolta, when you said his name.
Yes, yeah. Tell me about John.
Leah actually got to perform.
Doesn't believe in John Travolta. He's a government spy.
That would be a great government spy to have. I think that is better than Birds. Because I feel like John Travolta is everywhere, you know? So John
He's
Travolta...
up in the skies in his plane.
Exactly. So Leah actually performed on the stage that John Travolta got his start at.
Really? Where's that?
In Kentucky. It was a local theater that he started doing theater there. And they have his name up there. They have his picture up there from when he was first starting as a young 20-year-old, 19, 20-year-old.
Wow.
Yeah, just killing it. And but they've lost like everything. Like they were a nonprofit, and they've been a nonprofit for a really, really, really long time. No, they are not a nonprofit. Sorry. They care way too much about money, but then they don't spend it on the theater. So
yeah,
they were considered a professional theater, but it looks worse than a local theater. It's bad. It's really bad. Leah had to leave halfway through because there was like animals in her room and
whoa.
And like shit was falling apart and there was mold everywhere.
Damn.
Yeah. I believe she sent in a complaint saying that, and they also like a gun fired. They used an actual gun instead of a prop gun, and someone got shot. Like they shot through their hand. No, they didn't shoot through their hand. Sorry. It was a blank, but it still like broke her hand, because they gave her. Yeah.
The fact that I never would have heard any of this out of your fucking mouth had I not mentioned John Travolta. This is wild information.
It was insane because that was the summer we got back together, and this was the first thing we got back together, and then she was like, by the way, I have a professional gig in Kentucky. I was like, holy shit, are you serious? She was like, yeah. So she went and she stayed for like a month, and the really awful thing they did was they promised her a lead role in one of the shows, and then she ended up doing she ended up doing costume for most of the shows, and then she was in one where she played a male cop.
Oh.
They had to give her a mustache and a big fat suit. And she played a male cop.
I want to see Leah in a fat suit.
Oh, I have a picture, and I've been asked. Yay. No, I've been asked to never share it.
Oh.
I might be able to get special permission to send it to just you, but yeah.
No, to just me. No, I don't care if these fucking people see. Fuck
yeah, no, just you.
Yeah.
It was a horrible experience, and like she just got so fucked over. But honestly, unfortunately, that's like a big part of theater.
Some of the most talented people get fucked over.
Yeah.
I don't care how well you can act, dance, or sing. Triple threat is the highest threat level you gotta reach. If you're a quadruple threat and you can costume like no one's business,
exactly.
No longer does fucking anyone care about the other three. You are the costumer, period.
That is 100% true. Yeah, she got there and like they noticed that she had sewing experience, and they were like, cool, you're not doing anything on stage. You're gonna do everything backstage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really sucked. And I felt so bad because she honestly is so unbelievably talented, and she is worth so much more to a production than not to say that costuming is not a very big part of the production. It's one of the biggest parts of the production.
Huge.
But when that's
part,
not
but
that's not when that's not what's in your contract.
Yeah.
Like she signed a contract.
Someone who's just a costumer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because she signed a contract saying that she was going to be in every show, and then she was verbally promised a lead. And then
That's
so she
fucking crazy.
yeah,
man.
so she reported them for A, breaking contract, and B, having unfit work environments.
Living conditions, yeah.
Yeah, living conditions, and then the place hadn't passed a fire inspection ever. But they could get away with it because they are, I forget what it was, but there were certain regulations that, I think because it's a landmark, I forget. But yeah, whole bunch of screwed up, fucked up things that went on at that place, and unfortunately, it's like one of the top professional theaters in Kentucky. But they are only
Kentucky,
that way.
Are you okay?
Well,
if any of our listeners, hey guys, if you're from Kentucky, are you okay?
No, not if they do theater.
Blink once, blink twice if you need help.
Yeah, for real. The only way they got away with it was because they just tricked people into going in because they were essentially false advertising as a professional theater, and they're just not. Like, they don't have the conditions of one. And that was the thing, was that they go to whatever conference, it's a musical theater conference that at the end of the semester, everybody goes and they hopefully get picked up for a contract. And they're always there recruiting. And they get people to think that they're a real place, and they're just not, man. They're just bad. Anyway.
All I said was
John Travolta. And you got a whole fucking backstory on the theater in Kentucky.
Want to hear my story?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, my dad built his plane hangar. That's it. That's my story about John Travolta. Holy shit, man, that was a lot, and that's cool. No, I love that. That's the kind of wild shit that I live for on this show.
Sure. That's great and all, but I'm sorry, your dad did what?
Built his hangar?
Built John Travolta's hangar?
Yeah, for one of his planes. Because we lived in Florida, and John Travolta lived in Florida, and at the time, not that many people
Jim
lived in that area of Florida.
Tell me to shut the fuck up. That's insane. Your dad.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Built John Travolta.
I think they met. I think they met.
They met?
I think they shook hands. It was a whole thing.
What? So it wasn't like your dad built a hangar and then John Travolta bought it. It was that John Travolta was like, "Hey, Mr. Altman, do you mind making my hangar?"
Yeah, well, it wasn't just my dad. It was his construction crew.
Sure, but it was your dad.
Also wasn't. Yeah. Dad was there. Dad helped build the thing.
That's fucking crazy.
Jonathan.
Mr. Travolta. That's crazy.
Mr. Travolta himself. Yeah, and that was just to mention that, yeah, my dad was part of a construction company that built my childhood home. I moved in when I was 3, because I lived in a house that I called the blue house, because it was blue. And I was also less than 3, so I couldn't think of many adjectives, so blue worked.
Hey, that's okay.
And then from 3 to 8, I lived in the house that he built, and it was nice. It was a good house.
Oh. That's so crazy, because when I was young, I had an aunt and uncle, like most people do, and there was a room downstairs that they called the blue room, because if you could guess,
it was blue.
It was a blue room, yeah, and and it was where I always stayed, and then they ended up calling it Christian's room.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it was wonderful. So you said you had a story. Because that's the end of my Would You Rathers.
And it's a pretty short one because we talked about John Travolta for a little bit there. Really unexpected turn, but I don't mind it.
All right, fair enough.
It's the kind of unpredictability I live for on this show.
Yeah, hit me with the story, man.
Staying within the realm of theater, this is something that I already showed you, but just to tell the people listening, I live downtown. I've discussed this on the show before. I live downtown, like very close to where downtown stuff happens, like where there are theaters and bars and, you know, like a whole bunch of hustle and bustle happens downtown. That's where I live. And I live in like an alley that is famous in my town for being just so photogenic. It looks gorgeous. There are these lanterns hung above the alley. One of the walls is painted like a beautiful yellow color. And the city actually put like a circle on the ground at the end of the alley and said like designated city selfie spot. And it gets like there are little places you put your feet and you take a picture down the alley because it just looks gorgeous. Anywho, the city has decided to make it even more beautiful by adding a mural, like a professionally painted mural in the alley, to showcase the city and its different aspects. One of the aspects of it being the arts. The arts are very loved. I actually live. I live and I'm not. This isn't an over exaggeration. I live about like a 30-second, maybe 45-second walk to 2 separate theaters.
Wow.
If you up that walk to maybe 3 minutes, I live within 3 live theaters.
Lucky bitch.
So, right? Oh, it's so good. Especially when I act at one of them. I don't really have a commute to go to rehearsal.
Right.
Anywho, they're doing this mural, and there are different parts to it. There's like, we're highlighting this aspect. We're highlighting this aspect.
Yeah.
The one where they're highlighting the theater directly next to me, which is not one that has its own company. Company being contracted actors. That's what I mean by company. They just are a venue for other shows and performers.
Neat.
Oh, yeah. You get some amazing people come through there.
I bet.
And, hey, it keeps the building open and enough good profit to have a mural, I guess.
Hell yeah.
So they're painting the stage of said theater to be like, hey, this theater's been here since, the late 1800s. It's been there forever. It's been there for a very long time. And it's the stage. But something's got to be on the stage to be an interesting mural.
Right.
And what they've chosen is one of the most recent things that they had on their stage, which, of course, COVID just happened, so they didn't really have anything going on for a year, which is good because they were doing renovations anyway. Really picked a perfect time for renovations. In 2019, they did The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And I've done The Wizard of Oz twice in my life. Once with you in 2017, and then once in Tennessee in 2019. So they're putting a still image, like a picture of the Lion, Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Dorothy, like all talking to each other, in this mural. I was the Scarecrow in this show. The mural's getting painted on my building. I'm getting painted on my own building.
That's so fucking dope.
The building where I live and where the entire city takes pictures. I can just poke my head out the fucking window and be like, hey, see that bitch? It's me. That's so fucking
See that
cool.
guy? See that guy? Look familiar? Look at that nose. Unforgettable. It's me. This is Jim's building, bitch.
I love it, man. That's so
Take
cool.
Take your pictures. I'll try not to get the scarecrow in it. Oh, that's going to be hard to do because it's on the wall. It's actually painted on the wall. It's permanent. Unless you graffiti over it. Please don't. I might. I'll put like a mustache on me.
That would be so fucking cool.
We'll see. We'll see what I can do. We'll see what I can get away with.
Nice, man. That's really cool.
That's my story, is I'm getting painted on my own building.
I love it.
Yeah.
So
you go on with yours and we'll finish on it.
You know what? You know what, man? Let's
What?
Let's leave him on a cliffhanger.
I thought you were gonna do that.
Because I talked about John Travolta.
I think it's an amazing idea.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
So, all I'm gonna say is I may or may not have gotten hard at the dentist while getting my tooth pulled.
You're gonna not tell them the story?
I'm not gonna tell them the story this week.
Oh, there's so much to unpack.
Oh yeah, there is.
Your dentist was like, "So do you know small pool?" No, but I think that's a beautiful place to leave off.
Yeah. So, yep, I'll just leave it at that, and we'll get to it next week.
We'll get to that next
Politics
week.
Podcast.
Hell yeah, on the next episode. And if you're ready for what I have to say this week, I have to say thank you to our sponsors one last time, and also a huge thank you to both Miller and Jamie, two lovely, lovely people that have decided to give kind of monthly support to the podcast in little subscriptions that if you would like to and are able to, you can do so at anchor.fm. That is anchor.fm/anythingbut, and that'll bring you to our homepage
where you'll see the subscribe button or the donate button. I think it's like called the subscribe button. And you can do tiers of 99 cents a month, $4.99 a month, or $9.99 a month. And
Nice.
that just helps keep the show running. But otherwise, we love their support, our sponsors' support, and
congrats to Jamie.
also congrats to my sister who was just engaged.
Hey, congrats.
I feel like there's a lot more I could have talked about on this podcast.
That's okay. We've got next week, man.
Mimi just reminded me. I feel like a bastard because, like, she's honestly one of the biggest supporters of the show.
Oh,
period. Like, she doesn't just like give because I'm her brother. She gives because like, what the episode went live yesterday. She texted me this morning about something that we said on the episode.
Aw, we love it.
She listens fast and she listens to the whole thing.
Big ups to
Which is
Jamie.
a
That's
huge
awesome.
thing. So she's a ginormous supporter of the show.
Aw,
And honestly,
love that.
I thank her so much. I'm allowed to thank her extra because she's my sister, so it's not unprofessional.
Damn it.
Aha.
I can't thank her extra. Fuck.
Nah.
Well,
But
thank you a
none of-
regular amount, Jamie. You're awesome.
Yeah. Now I can't. Yeah, now I feel like a bitch for not mentioning that my sister got engaged because that's a huge thing, you know.
That's huge. Congrats.
No,
Big
don't be
congrats.
sorry. Mimi's over here like I'm sorry I mentioned it. Don't be. It's really funny. This will get a laugh and then a lecture. So, as long as it's in that order, I'm fine.
There you go.
But my biggest thank you of all goes to everyone listening. There's our
Absolutely.
supporters and the people that like give us money and stuff, and we really enjoy that support. But
Yeah.
hey, if you're not able or you just don't wanna, we don't mind. Listening to the show is so much support in and of itself, and if you have made it here, that means that you're a cut above the rest. You really are, and we appreciate you, and we do love you.
Absolutely, we do.
Absolutely. And with that being said, good night, everybody, and I'll see
Good
y'all
night,
in the
everyone.
next episode.
Hell yeah. Peace out, guys. See you next week.
Peace. Fuck yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck. Shit, dog. You okay?
Oh, yeah. Soda.